Greetings, Ayup here, and today I shall be making a pride flag into a person. So I found this spinner wheel choosy thingy, and I got pansexual. The funny thing is that I'm going to be drawing my own flag, but this will still be a bit of a challenge. I know that Pride Month is like 7 months away, but maybe I'll redo these when the time comes. Oh, right, yeah. So, about pansexuality. Being pan usually means you don't like a specific gender, regardless of sexuality or gender identity. It is also commonly described as being gender blind, which I like that term. So I see pan people as being pretty open people. I'm going to slightly use myself as a reference in this one, but I'm not gonna rely, mostly on myself for this one. And right about here is where you can see that I decided to give abs a chance, but I scrapped that idea pretty quickly. For this one, I thought an outgoing outfit would be pretty fitting for this. I don't know, it just felt right. And recently, I have had quite the obsession with scarves, so I have to include that. And of course, a hell of a lot of jewelry, because that's just who I am. Doing the hair was quite a tricky process because I had something in mind, but the execution was not on par. So I went with an undercut with a man bun and a few stray hairs sticking out because I think that's pretty. During the coloring process, you can see that I'm starting with a semi-realistic style, but in the end I changed that into more of my style, I guess you could call it. I can't exactly recall what I was trying to do, but all I know is I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Time to speed this up because I'm bored. My guy is gonna be kinda tired because looking at all the smegsy people out there is exhausting. But at the same time, I want him to have a bold appearance, I guess. In more of my style, this line art was a lot easier to actually complete because it was my style, and it was much simpler. I feel like a common misunderstanding is the difference between pansexuality and bisexuality, so here's a quick rundown of my best explanation. If needed, you may do your own research. So pansexuality is, once again, an attraction to all genders regardless of sexuality, gender identity, all of them. And some people can consider bisexuality as having a personal preference of the male or female genders, but if you're bisexual and you disagree with that, let me know, because I'm not an expert on all this stuff. I know most about my own sexualities, and I can't really explain the rest. Ooh, look at that drapery. To match his bold appearance, I decided to make his hair the color of his flag because I thought that would be pretty cool, in my opinion. Now just adding some details, highlights, and going over it with a gouache and blur. And of course, to go along with that beautiful hair, we must have a matching pansexual scarf. To allow these colors to really pop, I went and I enclosed and filled the rest of the coat and undershirt with more neutral colors, you could call them. And now it is time for my indecisive self to shine through. I was trying to decide on what to do for the pants, and I started off with stripes and ended up with full colors, of course. So I went over and closed and filled, and then gouache and blurred it. And now you know what time it is? Shading time. Highlights, shading, and gouache and blur for, what is that, the third time? And the skin, ooh boy, trying to make this poor guy not look like an orange was quite the struggle. Every color I tried did not work until I met this point, and the highlights were just so bold it was a little too much, so blurring was needed. For the first time, I tried doing some makeup and it looked a lot better than I expected it to, so I was pretty happy with that. And of course, I made a classic make random shapes and blur the living hell out of them for a background. I had absolutely no clue what I was doing here, but they looked good enough, so I'm happy with that. Speed my way right through the lighting. Just a few final details. And we have finished. I am quite proud of this actually, and I hope you guys will come back to see my next one. Who knows what it'll be, but thank you so much for 85 subscribers. I can't believe this. It's only been a few months. I am very proud and thankful. It's a little late from Thanksgiving, but thank you guys. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.